History Corner. Today we will see chemical test from alcohol, phenol and ether. Lucas test. So this test is used to distinguish between primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols. The reagent used in this test is called a Lucas reagent. The reagents are corn, HCl and zinc chloride. In tertiary alcohol, this Lucas reagent forms turbidity immediately. In secondary alcohol, turbidity is formed little later, whereas in primary alcohol, turbidity is not formed at room temperature. Write a chemical test to distinguish between propan-1-ol and propan-2-ol. So we can write like tabular column also for this question, children. So here serial number, test name, and in the test name column itself you want to write the reagent and propan-1-ol and propan-2-ol what happens. So here Lucas test, reagent is corn, HCl and zinc chloride. Under propanol, no turbidity formed at room temperature, whereas under propanol, propan-2-ol, it is a secondary alcohol, so turbidity is formed little later. Now the next question is distinguish between propan-1-ol and tertiary butyl alcohol. So here tertiary butyl alcohol being tertiary alcohol on treatment with the Lucas reagent, that is corn, HCl and zinc chloride, immediately it forms turbidity, while propanol being a primary alcohol does not produce turbidity at room temperature. Next, test for phenol. Here there are two tests. One is neutral ferric chloride test. Phenol forms violet coloration with the neutral ferric chloride. Next, bromine water test. This equation is also there in your book. This test is there in the book itself. Phenol forms white precipitate with bromine water. That is, phenol forms 2,4,6-tribromophenol, which is a white PPT. Next is iodoform test. So actually iodoform test will be shown by alcohol whose neighboring group, the alcohol attached carbon and the neighboring carbon is CH3. Then this test will be shown. So here ethanol. In ethanol, the alcohol attached to this carbon, the neighboring carbon is CH3. So this test will answer. The same way in propan-2-ol, so OH is attached to this carbon. In turn, both the side it is CH3. If one side CH3 is there, that's enough for this test. So now here ethanol as well as propan-2-ol both will answer for iodoform test. So what is the reagent for the iodoform test? Iodine and NaOH on slightly warming. So here the product formed is LOPPT, which is iodoform. The test name is based on the product. So the product is here iodoform, that is CHI3, which forms LOPPT. So that is the identification here. So the test is based on the product formed here. So question here is distinguish between ethanol and diethyl ether. Just now we have seen iodoform test. So this ethanol forms iodoform test. It forms LOPPT with iodoform reagent, that is iodine and NaOH. Here the product formed is the LOPPT of iodoform, whereas diethyl ether does not form iodoform. The next question is distinguish between ethanol and phenol. So here we can write even like a tabular column or like a sentence. So for this I have written like a tabular column. Here the test name is neutral ferric chloride. So in ethanol no such reaction, whereas in phenol it forms violet coloration. The next is iodoform test. Your reagent is NaOH and iodine. Here this is a positive test for ethanol. In ethanol it gives yellow precipitate of iodoform, whereas in phenol no such reaction. So the next question is distinguish between propan-2-ol and 2-methyl propanol. So here both are alcohol, but the alcohol differs. One is secondary, the other one is tertiary. So we can use Lucas test. So propan-2-ol being secondary alcohol forms turbidity little later with the Lucas reagent, whereas 2-methyl propan-2-ol being tertiary alcohol forms turbidity with the Lucas reagent, that is corn, HCl and zinc chloride, immediately. Thank you, children. Watch this channel for more videos.